For this you're going to need some water, a few paintbrushes, some face paint, and you can also use a foundation sponge if you want. First thing you want to do is just take an eyeliner, you can use face paint too if you want, and draw out roughly the design that we're going to be painting. So draw the basic shape of the face, as well as the eye, including the iris. And once you've drawn out the shape you want, we're going to start filling it in by colours. We'll start off with the pale colours first and then move into the darker colours. So starting off with white, you want to load up your brush. We're going to be filling in the section of the face that is white, and make sure that you really layer this because we want it to be a really vivid white and not a washed out one. Now we're going to start with yellow, so fill in all the area around the white. You want to bring it down your arm a little bit as well. Load up your brush with red, and starting at the base of the beak, we're going to start dragging this upward and leaving feathered marks along the knuckle. Cover your fingers in red and feather it out towards the knuckle. Make sure that it's a really thick red. You can start out with the colour a bit watered out, but then afterwards you're going to have to start layering it to make the colour a lot more vibrant. Moving on to the wrist, you want to curve around the base of the thumb, so with just short motions. The easiest way to do this is literally to just drag it very quickly across your fingers or your hands, and you'll get that feathered look much more easily. Moving on to blue, you want to create a really rough wing shape on your arm. Don't worry about this at the moment, we don't have to do anything super elaborate yet, just create the basic shape so that you know that it's there. Now start to work the blue into the red. In any gaps, just create a few little flicks. It doesn't have to be elaborate, just short little strokes. If you want to, you can also move on to a smaller brush. Now with the beak, we're going to start with the black. So you want to really layer this on so it's a really thick, vivid black. Fill in everything, even parts that you might not necessarily see, because at certain angles people will be able to see the edges you've missed, so just cover everything to make sure that it looks really good. With a smaller brush, start with the eye, so start off with a pupil, and then line around the eyes, creating 2 flicks on both sides. Fill in the entire iris white, and then with whatever's left on your brush you want to really lightly dab it, first in the blue and then the yellow, and apply this around the eye so that it has light shades of colour. It mustn't be vivid, it's just meant to be a subtle hint of blue and yellow. Once you've done this, you want to take the white again, and we're going to create a little bit of a reflect on the eye. Now take the brush once you've cleaned it, and you're going to fade out the black. You can also do this with a cotton bud if you don't want to use a paintbrush. Around the eye you want to start drawing some black wrinkle-like patterns, but it's not meant to be a completely dark black, so what you want to do is dip your brush in the black and then wipe off the excess on the back of your hand so that the colour is more of a faded black. Re-outline the white section of the face with the black and make sure that you feather the edges. Line the eye with yellow dots, or you can leave it like that, whichever way you prefer. And to finish finish off, you just want to take a thin brush and add a little bit more detail, so maybe put a little bit more red feathers, a few more yellow. Another nice detail is to take a very light blue, just to give a few highlights on the feathers, and it just adds a whole other dimension to the look. Finish off the wing by adding a bit more blue, a bit more green, and also create a little bit of a highlight on the tip of the wing. And that's it, you're done.